Hello, Libra Nation. Welcome to your 7-day forecast with Angelic Ascensions. I hope all is genuinely well. This may be a reading that may resonate for you if you happen to have Libra in your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus dominant in your natal chart, or if you happen to be cross-watching for a Libran, you might find some information in this reading that may resonate. Things I want you to bookmark in the back of your mind as you listen to this. Understand, Librans, that this is a general reading. The fact that it is just a general reading, not everything will apply directly to what might be going on in your situation. Always listen to this with an open mind. Understand that there might be times when I'm not talking to you at all because it may not be your reading. We're going to talk about delicate topics. Take that into consideration as you listen to this. Libra. Now let's dive in. First and foremost, though, Libra, happy birthday. I hope you're having an excellent happy birthday month. Well, Libra, we're going to start this off by, I think I have some channel messages for you too, but I might put those for next time. What I was going to say to you is I was fighting the urge to say Gemini. Some of you are obviously dealing with a Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or you have this in your natal chart. I'm also seeing an Aries. I'm seeing right off the bat, I think you're going at it with somebody, Libra, and I think somebody said something that they're now looking back on and they're feeling a bit foolish. It looks like somebody might want to take back something that they said, maybe in the heat of frustration. Is that the case? Because it looks like, yeah, you're walking away from something. You feel like you and someone are not right for one another. So what does somebody regret? Somebody's definitely fantasizing about somebody. Maybe about a particular situation. And how something played out. You have 6 of fire. Somebody is in love with you, Libra, the cross-watcher. What's going on with the Librans? Want to tell somebody some stuff? Maybe it's too late. Maybe you feel like it's too late to tell somebody because it looks like maybe there's been a breach of trust. Somebody lied to you about something. What are they lying to you about? Libra. Let's see what's going on here. You got you, Libra, in your reading are the Knight of Swords. Whether you resonate with being male, female, you identify rather as male, female, or somewhere in between. This would be your energy. You are the Knight of Swords. Are you sitting back waiting for somebody to say something to you? Because it looks like somebody might be kind of waiting for you. Somebody might have an issue with alcohol. I think right now, somebody might be overthinking. Somebody is maybe looking back on a situation after some things that they said in the heat of an argument. And it looks like somebody is looking back and feeling like they overreacted to something. Either this is what you're feeling, Libra, or this might be what somebody is feeling about you. Now, understand that it's a general reading. So not everything that's mentioned here might be something that's going on directly with you. This could be something that you're witnessing, something that could be going on with somebody that's close to you. But yeah, I think you're tired of somebody's negative thinking, their pessimistic attitude. And I think this is someone realizing that they need to shift their thinking, but I don't know. It looks like with something that's coming up this week, it looks like somebody is on the defense about something. Libra, it looks like some of you could be going through some physical pain. I definitely feel like there's some issues with emotional pain. I think you feel lonely, some of you, especially if somebody's thinking about you and then you're on their mind and there are so many things that they want to tell you. Because it looks like somebody might be thinking about you or thinking about the situation, especially with the fact that there is some resentment kind of built into the situation. I definitely feel like someone's overthinking because it looks like somebody might want to come to you, Libra, a cross-watcher, but somebody sees you as a puzzle and they don't know how to navigate you or the situation. And so, I don't know. Somebody feels like maybe something is a nightmare, like nightmarish in your situation. What's going on with you got 3 people? You got too many people in your situation. Because this looks like this is supposed to be 2 people in a relationship, but it looks like you got 3 people. Something's going on here. That might be what somebody's lying to you about, Libra. Somebody feels very connected to you or someone possibly within a third-party situation. I say Gemini, comes right out, the Lovers. So you're obviously dealing with another air sign, dealing with another Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Oh, he's having his back pain. Spirit's trying to warn you of something that maybe you don't see right now because you're distracted. Somebody's under the influence, this looks like. Yeah. Somebody's staying in their protective bubble. Somebody feels the need to maybe get some peace regarding a situation. I do see a breakup and somebody's confused about this breakup. Especially with there being a third party, somebody is confused about whether or not they really want to commit. You do have a soul tie with someone. So somebody is sneaking behind your back. King of Swords. It would be you, Libra, Sun, Moon, or Rising. What's going on in your situation? I think something is irritating you. I think something has become a distraction for you. I think that there's a situation where greater honesty, better honesty, somebody might need to be honest about something. It seems like this might make a difference in your situation, but I definitely get negative undertones in your reading. It looks like your spirit guides are telling you that it's time for a change, and it looks like there's a relationship that you're dealing with emotionally. And Spirit is saying you'd possibly be better off dealing with this situation rationally rather than with your emotions. Because this looks like this is emotions combined with liquor and things end up getting out of hand. I think that there's a situation here. The lesson in this situation, Libra, is it seems like there's something that's happening this week that is going to help you to realize your shadow. What are the aspects of yourself that you don't exactly like others to see? Some things about yourself that you really truly want to change. Seems like this is what this relationship is really bringing out within you or someone else, or possibly both of you. Are there remnants of low self-esteem? Is this a relationship that you got in due to a trauma bond? Yeah. Maybe you're looking for someone to uplift you. Maybe you're going through something. It's apparent that you're going through something. Is it a parent? Maybe it's your parent. Maybe it's not you that's going through something. It might be your parent. Your parents. You're obsessively thinking about something. I'm thinking that you might be thinking about someone. Looks like you're for sure thinking about your finances. You're thinking about someone. You're thinking about the situation, the way that it is. And now the fact that you've had some time to think about things, maybe there's a whole bunch of things that you want to say. But like I said, maybe there's some things that you did say that you're now regretting. Somebody is very avoidant. You do have a third party. There is no doubt about it. Now, this third party for some of you shows up as an interference. Somebody is possibly meddling in your situation. It might be a friend. You might feel that there's a friend that maybe has too much say-so. No. There's definitely somebody disguising the fact that they're talking to somebody else. Looks like somebody's married or they have a family. Are you ending something, or is this an overlapping situation? It doesn't look like you're ending something. It looks like someone has the intentions of keeping both situations going on at the same time. I wasn't expecting this, Libra, for your birthday season. Let's see. So what's going on social media? You could possibly be spending a lot of time on socials. This could be where someone is talking to someone. For others of you, there might be a friend that maybe you haven't seen in a minute. They might be catching up with you on social media, possibly leaving you a message. You definitely have some witchcraft in your situation, and then it definitely feels as though someone does want to reconcile with someone. This might be someone outside of the relationship. It looks like this might be something that somebody is doing on the low. Maybe they don't want you to know that they've been seeing this person, talking to them or whatever. But it definitely feels that there are romantic feelings either brewing, or for some of you, the romantic situation is that you still care for somebody, but maybe you're not with them any longer. And maybe that's what you want to tell them. Maybe somebody wants to tell somebody off. Oh, it definitely feels like you're thinking about somebody. Help me understand, Spirit Guides. Because I'm like, how are you going to manage this if you're not letting go of one situation? Spirit Guides, what's going on, Libra? Prepare. Yep, we got it. Some of you are tarot readers, or you channel spiritual energy. I have this card that says prepare. And then finally you have this card that says complete and move on. Fertility and creativity. Maybe something's going on fertility-wise. We're going to get to that. But it looks like someone is preparing to cut something off. If you had no intention, or whomever this is, Libra or cross-watcher in this reading, whomever this is that has no intention of cutting things off or is just very slow to action with this, the universe steps in. The universe steps in and says, enough is enough. Because it looks like somebody has been avoiding something, avoiding talking about something, or avoiding making a choice for the longest. And it seems like around this period of time, Spirit is saying no more. Spirit, show me what's going on, Libra. You're a people pleaser. Maybe there's somebody that you don't want to hurt. Looks like somebody's already hurting them. Seems like you're doing a lot of self-examination this week. You're getting to a place, yep, so there's a part of the deck, surrender. You're getting to a place of acceptance about things. You're doing some, internal investigating. You're looking at yourself. Because I mentioned to you, this was a part of the lesson, was for you to see your shadow. And now that it's all out in the open, it looks like maybe there's some things that you're kind of dissecting about yourself. Somebody in the situation is an opportunist. You definitely have someone who is lying and being disloyal. I definitely feel like there's somebody that does not want to be committed. For some of you, there's a divorce. So you could be headed for divorce. Some of you are not married on paper, so this could definitely be coming up as a separation. But if we are talking about a divorce, it looks like something is possibly in its final stages. Something could be finalized. Or somebody has made a firm decision on the fact that it's just really trying to solidify this separation. Goodness, there's just so much going on in your reading. There's something going on with your car. I'm sorry to jump from subject to subject, but that might be how your life is feeling right now. You're wanting to focus on one thing, but it looks like you got this situation happening and the next and the next and the next. And you don't really have time to concentrate on one thing because it looks like so many different things are exploding in your life at the same time. So there's a method to the madness, I guess. I was talking about a relationship, but while I see it, I want to make sure that I zero in on this and I don't set it aside and miss it. There's something going on with someone's vehicle. And Spirit is telling you to pay attention when you're driving. Okay, because it looks like something could possibly be going on in traffic. There's a possibility that maybe there's a construction zone around you. Maybe you're taking some risks while you're driving. So Spirit is encouraging you to be on the lookout. Whatever this is when you're driving. I don't know, Spirit, what is this about? I hope you're not fighting with somebody when you're driving. I do feel like somebody has an issue with smoking, and maybe somebody's not ready to quit. They might realize it is time to quit smoking, but maybe they don't want to. So maybe that's this back and forth that you might be having with someone, or maybe you're making mention of this. I want to tell you, somebody does not want to be committed. And yeah, there is a situation going on with fertility. Some of you could be welcoming a child. Some of you could be finding out that you're expecting a baby, or there could be baby news around you. Because it looks like there's definitely a chance for pregnancy. So if this is you, this is your intention to capitalize on your fertility, you happen to be ovulating, or I don't know, somebody you're dealing with is, it looks like you might have a positive outcome to this, either now or upcoming. Some of you speak, possibly, maybe you're getting back into some hobbies. Bear with me, I'm trying to see what's going on with this traffic situation, but I specifically hear traffic court. So I don't know what this is. Do you need to take care of something in court? You gotta take it possibly. So it looks like maybe there's somebody that you need to call. Maybe you're waiting for a call, Libra or Crosswatcher. You're waiting for someone to contact you. Maybe you're getting back in the gym. Definitely feel like you're spending a lot of time online, or you're spending a lot of time, especially with a Virgo, unless you are the Libra Virgo. Yeah, okay, so something is going on. All right. When you're driving, did you forget something? I don't understand. Is this a ticket? Let me just put it on out there and stop overthinking whatever this might be. Some of you dance. Oh my God. Let's go ahead and put it out there. What's going on with court? You're pleading with the judge about something or somebody. Okay. Just know that someone or something in your life is going to take a minute to play out. If we're talking about someone, they're going to move at their own pace. Somebody's moving at a snail's pace in this situation. If we're talking about court, something about this is going to take a minute to play out. Okay, you're going to be waiting for something. Well, I'm trying to figure out, what is this with court? Yeah, because I'm definitely seeing something with a police officer, and I see something with traffic. So if you happen to be somebody that's speeding, or you're going through an area that's heavily patrolled, it just seems like your spirit guides are telling you, pay attention when you're driving. I don't know if you're looking in the rearview mirror or something might catch your attention. Spirit guides are saying, nah, Libra, keep your eyes on the road. State examination. So I don't know if this is like you need to take your state test, you're renewing your driver's license. It seems like you might need to renew something. Prisoner is here. So I'm hoping nobody gets put in jail. Maybe somebody is nervous when they drive because something about their driving privileges isn't on point. Dot your I's, cross your T's this week. Just as with any week, but especially this week, Libra, because it looks like they're out here, the cops. Spirit guys, what's going on with the Librans? Oh, it's your birthday. Happy birthday, Libra. Somebody could possibly be giving you a gift of money. Because it looks like maybe something's going on with you financially. Or going to court. You are. Court situation is up in the air. Somebody's spying on you, Libra. I don't think that comes as a surprise to you. I think that you completely know that. For some of you, the spy is somebody that you're dealing with. They're trying to catch you in a third-party situation. Because trust and believe, if it's not clear, it does say secret love affair. This is possibly why you're having this back and forth with somebody. This is the reason for conflict because of a third party. So if somebody's spying on you, they might possibly see you out with somebody. And this might be what seals it for somebody, that it's time to let it go, because it looks like somebody might be has been looking for this information for the longest. Is somebody martial artist, something like this? Yeah, somebody spying on you. Let's talk about this. There's a lot going on online. Somebody could possibly be hacking into your information. Please don't assume that I'm talking about you. It's a general reading. Not everybody is being hacked into, but it's not one of the channeled messages was supposed to be about changing your passwords. So whatever this is that you're doing online, it definitely feels that it might be time to change your passwords. Definitely see somebody is trying to cause a scene in your situation, or someone possibly already did with something that they said. It looks like lies are coming out. I don't think you're finding out from this person through their mouth, Libra or cross-watcher, that they lied. It looks like it's through circumstances that situations come out. Because let's make it clear, secrets. It does say secret deal. Like this is something that you can't see it clearly. And I see bribe. So somebody could possibly be bribing someone to stay quiet about something. There's some weirdness, some odd energy going on in the background of your reading. So, long story short, it looks like Libra or crosswatcher, there's some things about your situation that you don't see. Period, point blank. That you don't see these things because they're hidden. Let's make that clear. They're hidden because somebody doesn't want you to know. And you might be finding out about certain things that are playing out in secret, little by little. And it's going to solidify you in the position to make whatever decision that you feel that you need to make. But trust and believe, Libra or crosswatcher, somebody is watching you like a hawk. If it's not clear, it does say spy, which we have already talked about. We've already established that. I think somebody could possibly be spying on you online, or they're maybe watching your whereabouts, or checking places that you visited online, trying to see who you're talking to, especially if this has something to do with social media. Somebody might feel that maybe you're being inappropriate with somebody online. Not sure. Trying to see where we go from here. Yes, because it looks like there's an unfriendly atmosphere between you and someone. Somebody might need to get together with you for whatever reason, for some odd purpose. Maybe you work with this person, or there's something that you're collaborating on. It definitely feels like there's greed in this situation. Somebody might be looking for power, for wealth in a particular situation, but it definitely feels like somebody is putting up boundaries. In the background of your situation, I see envy. And I see envy amongst not just one person, but maybe a couple of people. Maybe you envy someone. It feels like somebody is on the outside looking in on your relationship, and someone may envy something that you have. Like your connection with someone, your rapport with someone, especially if this is a couple that's arguing, they're having conflict, and they see you're buddy with this person, you're having a great old time. It seems like somebody is jealous of this. And I'm going to make it very clear, I do see witchcraft in this situation. I see someone trying to bring confusion to a situation, or possibly bring a breakup to a situation. So like an already crumbling situation is what this looks like. Random side note, some of you, Librans, you could possibly be going to the pharmacy, maybe to pick up a medication. I'm not sure. There's something about this vehicle that your guides are trying to warn you about. They're trying to warn you about some sort of, I don't know how I want to word this. I'm going to just say a situation. I'm going to just leave it at that and not say more about it. Let's see what happens here. So somebody, I don't know what they're trying to do. Are they trying to talk to you? Libra. Wow. I'm saying, the universe said enough is enough in your situation. So someone is deliberately not making a decision. Spirit guides are saying, we're taking it out of your hands. Enough is enough. And There's something that Spirit has been warning you about that you're going to see this week. What's going on? I talked about it. Confirmation. It's about your shadow. Now you're seeing something. Yes, your spirit guides are telling you this is what they want you to work on, because this shadow aspect of self is what's causing a relationship for some of you to crumble. Is this trauma bond that's causing a disruption in your situation, in your relationship. Some of you, it looks like you're waiting. You're playing the waiting game in this situation. What are you waiting for them to say something? I'm not sure what somebody is waiting for you to do. They're waiting for you to detox. But I'm telling you, some of you, somebody is under the influence. And somebody's waiting for somebody to sober up. Somebody's waiting for you to open your heart. Yeah. Okay. Somebody is obsessively thinking about a situation, especially if you're having conflict with someone. I think someone is possibly waiting for the right time to come and clear up a situation with you. So I do feel like somebody wants to talk. And I think somebody is hopeful that you'll be on board about this relationship. Because for some of you, it feels like this disruption had something to do with, like I said, a third-party situation. Somebody came in and caused a relationship to crumble. It caused lies. It caused whatever. Yeah, I think that this is a conversation. I think that somebody does want to tell you about some things, and they hope that maybe you're open to this, but maybe right now, whatever the circumstances are, it's just somebody's having to wait it out. The trust and belief spirit comes in to make someone completely and abundantly aware of what somebody is lying about. Somebody is possibly finding out through spying, prowling around, trying to find information, because they obviously feel like they're not getting the truth from you. So I think that somebody now sees whatever they didn't see before, whatever they were once suspicious of, they now see it. And for some of you, this is the reason for the conflict. Somebody's in love with somebody else. I mentioned to you, someone has a soul tie with someone. For some of you, Libras or cross watcher, the universe might want you with someone in particular. This person that you're having a soul tie with, this is not everybody's story. So please do not be under the impression that if you're in some sort of crazy, chaotic relationship, that I am saying that this is the person that you're supposed to be with. It's not what I'm saying. I'm saying for some of you, this is the case. You're with someone, or the universe wants you with someone in particular. For some of you, this is someone new. You're opening your heart. Maybe you're willing to maybe see what else is out there after maybe you've gone through a very painful, emotional relationship. And now maybe you're trying to see what else is out there for you. But for some of you, I feel like this relationship that's going on in the background, it looks like it's in the honeymoon stages. Like something may have just started for some of you. And this is like an overlapping relationship. Like somebody jumped out. They felt like the relationship between the two of you was crumbling. And so before they completely exited this current relationship, they latched on to somebody else. I'm saying latched on, maybe it's not even that serious. But it must be if they feel the need to keep secrets from you. Only they're going to be honest about the fact that they're creeping anyway. You got that situation that's going on. For some of you, this is a connection through work. Or through some sort of financial connection, yes? I mentioned to you before, you got somebody doing magic. Your guys are saying, protect your energy. Libra cross watcher, chief of wickedness. For some of you, this is a masculine energy that might be directing some negative energy towards you. The initials KC or CK could possibly be relevant in your situation. Someone possibly has, their name could possibly start with K. Their first, middle, last, or nickname could start with K. I'm also seeing the letter B, the letter E, the letter G. could be relevant in your situation. Let's see what's going on with your money. We talked about that. And that's what you're concerned about, is your financial situation. You're nervous about it. What happened? Some of you are dealing with someone that might be kind of living place to place. Either that is the case or you're concerned about it. I don't know what it is with this vehicle. This used car. I don't know. Are you somebody like a used car salesman? I don't know. Somebody has a gift of words, like the gift of gab, like they're a wordsmith. Like somebody can sell water to a fish. They're very manipulative. What's going on with your money? You're anxious about it. But then it looks like you're going on a road trip. Are you meeting up with somebody? You're eating out a lot. Yes. Now we see. This has something to do. I think some of you are dealing with someone who might be living from place to place. So it may not have like a solid living situation. It could possibly be due to a breakup. Since we're talking about disruption, we're talking about your plans, we're talking about some things that maybe you're planning on doing this week. Maybe your guide is saying be flexible. Something may not go exactly as you had planned. When it comes to disruption, I think this may have had something to do with your finances. What's the disruption here? You're definitely coming across family again. If you haven't talked to family in a minute, Libra Cross Watcher, it looks like there's a reunion with family. What's going on with your money? Some of you are dealing with a water sign. You have a water sign move. What is this with the sunflowers? Some of you are obviously dealing with the Leo. But this also gives me Oshun. Some of you could possibly be, maybe you're into deities. Maybe you're doing some sort of altar work. Somebody targeting you. You might feel targeted in some sort of way, especially if we're talking about this spy situation. I keep seeing yin and yang. I keep seeing it over and over. I think this has something to do with a soulmate relationship. What I'm trying to figure out what's going on with your finances. And so I think something has disrupted your financial stability. Something has obviously disrupted your home life. I think for some of you, Librans, the issue is that maybe it's difficult for you to afford the place that you live. So maybe you feel like your living situation is in jeopardy. It seems like it may be due to a career choice. Maybe some of you have quit a job. There could be someone has maybe gotten fired from a job. This is either something that is happening or something that you're anxious about. Okay, some of you, maybe this hasn't happened. You're just nervous that it might happen and nervous that something might kind of disrupt your finances. I keep saying that you're waiting for a call. Okay, maybe this is about a job. Maybe it is. Maybe this is you doing some job searching. Libra Cross Watcher, maybe so. And maybe you're hoping for some feedback. And it looks like that call that you're hoping to get this week, Libra Cross Watcher, since we were talking about the waiting game, maybe this has something to do with your work. Like you're looking for a job and maybe you feel like it's been a bit fruitless. And now it seems like you might start to get some good news trickling in for you that will help you to get back on your feet, because it definitely feels like as it pertains to your finances, you're confined. There's some things that you want to do, but you're kind of like moving around. You get what I'm trying to say? Some of you, maybe you are moving. Some of you, maybe somebody is moving back in, but it definitely looks like you're trying to catch up on some bills because it looks like you're past due on some stuff. This could possibly be you possibly be getting in contact with a creditor about a financial situation. Since we're talking about a disruption to plans, maybe there's something that you wanted to pay or something that you wanted to get done, but you haven't been able to. This is what you're having anxiety about because you're not yet across. There's a particular bridge in your life that you haven't quite crossed yet. You're not sure how something is going to play out. You might feel like you have absolutely no direction in your life right now about something in particular. So this is what you're having anxiety about. What's going to happen after something plays out? Because it looks like something might be getting closer and closer, like a court date, or maybe a particular, I don't know, a particular date is maybe coming up. Yeah, there's a job opening. So I definitely feel that even though you're worried at the moment, you're worried about starting over, you're worried about what direction to go in with a particular situation or where to go, Spirit is working this out for you. So maybe this is not literal, but this is like figurative. This is your angels coming through to contact you, to give you some information, to help lead you to some resources that could possibly get you to the answer that you need. Because whatever you're anxious about, Spirit is saying no longer. They're bringing something into your awareness to help you to understand how to get through some sort of foggy, confusing situation. Because let's make no mistake about it, whatever this is that you're worried about, your angels, they show up in abundance this week. But this is going to take for you to call them. You're going to a concert. It's like it doesn't quite make sense. Maybe you are. Maybe play an instrument. And I see somebody that could possibly be overseas. Maybe you're concerned about your passport. I'm not sure. Maybe you need your ID for something. Maybe you misplaced your identification. Maybe you're using your passport instead. If you're leaving to go, especially if there's something like this job interview, you want to leave on time. Something might have you turned around, Libra or cross watcher. But yeah, I think something helps you to get back on solid ground. I think Spirit is sending you an Eli. Interesting. Maybe somebody's name is Eli. I was trying to say ally. It's interesting. Somebody is possibly helping you out with money, or you have a particular skill that you could possibly turn into, you could possibly monetize this. Somebody's possibly, what am I trying to say, like a part of the military? Maybe someone's a veteran. Random side note. Spirit, is there anything else that Librans would need to know for this next 7 days? Yes, Spirit is saying the way that you look at things, your perspective on things is going to be very important, because it seems, Libra cross watcher, I started off the reading saying something about your attitude or somebody else's is very pessimistic. Like you're in this frame of mind where you're feeling like, no, nothing is going to work out for me. Nothing ever works out for me, or whatever the case. Your guides are saying, no, you might want to check your perspective. What is it that maybe you're overthinking, overanalyzing? What is it that you're saying to yourself that could possibly be, cause you to kind of think yourself into a trap? That's your spirit guide is saying, while you are human, we have those moments. The Spirit is saying, don't stay there. Reason being is because you got some very important choices to make this week, and you want to be in a very clear frame of mind when you're making these choices, because it seems like, especially this week, these choices are crucial to get you out of a situation that you feel that you have no control over. You feel like you've lost control of something in your life. And Spirit is trying to help you to stabilize the situation. Spirit is sending a messenger in your life this week, Libra, a cross watcher. It just seems like maybe somebody doesn't want to listen. Maybe this is you and a kid. Maybe there's something that you want to say to a child, and maybe you feel like they don't give a care about what you're saying. I will say that you're seeing a lot of repeating numbers. It's interesting. I see 777. On these cards, if it's not clear, you got sevens throughout. But maybe you have a 7-year-old child. And maybe you feel like there's an adult that acts like a 7-year-old. I don't know. But I think that maybe there is some advice that you're giving to someone about maybe some decisions that they're making. Maybe you feel like their decisions are foolish, and maybe somebody doesn't want to listen to you. It looks like somebody might learn the hard way this week, Libra, a cross watcher, something like that. Spirit, is there anything else that you would want Libra to know? Or what is the advice? Or is there anything else for Librans? You got to be dealing with a Scorpio. Your angels are coming through this week. We talked about that. They're blessing you with something. They could be blessing you with some information, as I mentioned to you, some resources. Or they're helping you to grow. They're helping you to become more spiritually aware. Where are some places where you are trapping yourself? Where are the places that are causing blockages in your own life? Where are you standing in your own way? Spirit comes in to reveal that to you this week. Yeah, I think you're most worried about your finances. And Spirit comes in to give you the strategy of how to work that out. But again, they're talking to you about your state of mind. Sounds like your state of mind is foggy, distracted. Spirit guides the advice for the Libra Nation for the next 7 days. Hello from heaven. Your loved ones in the spirit world want to connect with you as much as you want to connect with them. It's interesting. I did say at the top of the reading, I think you are a channeler of energy. You could definitely be a channeler of those who have passed. Could be a psychic medium, possibly. They know you've been thinking of them. There's somebody that did pass. And maybe there's so many different things you want to tell them. And maybe you might be. Or there's so many things that maybe someone from the afterlife wants to tell you. And they're going to be sending you some signs this week, Libra Cross Watcher. They know you've been thinking of them, and they're sending you signs and symbols to show you how much they love you, to prove that they're with you at this time. And I think you already know. I think you're spiritually in tune. Or I think your spiritual antenna is just really dialed up this week. I think you're seeing that you do have spiritual support. You feel like you have minimal or no spiritual support in this physical realm. It seems like you're coming to see that there is no doubt about it, that you have it in the angelic realm, in the spiritual realm. Because your angels have shown up. It's your guardian angel that's showing up in your reading. Gratitude. Life is one big continuous cycle of giving and receiving energy. Be thankful for who and what's in your life instead of complaining about what you don't have. If you focus on gratitude, you'll start to attract prosperity and abundance. Going back again to what it is that I mentioned at the top of the reading, you might be in a very pessimistic state of mind about things. And I'm not criticizing you about it. I'm just saying that your guides are saying, don't stay there. That you have the ability to attract to you whatever it is that you happen to need, prosperity, abundance, whatever this is that you're anxious about. Your guides are saying this is earthly matters, this is easy, this is beyond simple. They're saying, call on us. We'll come through to help guide you, to get you back on track with whatever this situation is about. Something might be going on with your mom, your baby's mom. Some of you might be becoming mothers. With that, Libra Nation and Cross Watchers, this concludes your 7-day forecast. Number 18 just popped up. Somebody's birthday, the 18th. Somebody could be turning 18, possibly. 18. October 18th. Something, maybe the 18th is relevant in your situation. That's right before the new moon on the 18th. Something relevant could be going on that day for you. With that, Libra Nation and Cross Watchers, this concludes your 7-day forecast with Angelic Ascensions. Thank you so very much for tuning in. Leave a comment below. Libra, you never know how your bravery and honesty may help someone else that's going through something similar as you. Have a blessed, beautiful, productive birthday season, Libra Nation and Cross Watchers. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out. Next Zodiac sign, Pisces. See you there.